Listen up, thriller fans. Netflix has recently come up with another thriller series. Welcome to Eden is the talk of the town, and everyone has mixed reviews. Some people get completely hooked on the series, while others found it underwhelming. We think the show's a hit. It's got it all: a deserted island, mystery, and of course, gorgeous Spaniards. So, if you're looking for a new thriller series to binge, here's why Welcome to Eden is the best option. First up, it promises thrill and delivers. Have you ever had a party go from 100 to 0 real quick? We've all experienced it. Someone throws up on your dress, two random guys begin fighting, or the DJ keeps playing horrible music. But have you ever been invited to a party on a deserted island and been cut off from all civilization? The characters of Welcome to Eden have. This binge-worthy thriller series follows the story of 5 characters: Zoa, Aldo, Africa, Charlie, and Ibon, all major party animals just looking to have a good time. They're invited to party on a mysterious island with hundreds of others. Weirdly, all the partygoers are made to sign a contract that says they're not allowed to bring their phones or friends. Zoa goes against the rules and invites her friend Judith. Upon reaching the island, the party executive announces that they're launching their new drink, the Blue Eden. Our 5 doomed characters are selected to try it out, and they all do. Sadly for them, it's not a fun party drink, but one that leads to absolute chaos. Zoa begins to hallucinate and passes out. When she wakes up, she realizes there's no one else on the island except the other 4. Cue the eerie sound effect. The show follows the 5 as they are led to a civilization where they meet Astrid and Eric, who tells them about the Eden Foundation, whose motive is to create a civilization away from the modern world. Aldo tries to escape and is killed. The characters realize that they're surrounded by a cult and that they might never be able to leave. The show is the perfect thriller series. A mysterious island? Check. A strange cult? Check. Murder? An elaborate escape plan? A genuinely confusing ending? Check, check, check. If you love your thrillers and like movies like The Hunger Games and shows such as Lost, this show's the one for you. Next, it draws you in and keeps you hooked. An essential part of any thriller is the curiosity element. What's thrilling about a predictable thriller? You want to keep your audience hooked and make them wonder what will happen next. You need mystery, intrigue, shocking revelations, and plot twists. If any show does that well, it's Welcome to Eden. The series draws you in right from the first episode. It reveals just enough about the plot to lure you in and make you speed toward the next episode button. The whole premise of the show is mysterious and exciting. 5 kids held against their will on an island, surrounded by a weird cult. What's going to happen to them? The first episode leaves so many questions in our minds that we can't help but want more. The most important is, what are Astrid's true intentions? We know she picked the 5 based on their rocky home lives. We see Ibon have a physical confrontation with his dad, for example. But what does she actually want with these kids? To give them an ideal home? Who will decide to stay on this island, and who will manage to leave? There are other questions that make us invested in the series too, like what happens to Judith and the other partygoers. We know Astrid considers her expendable since her wristband doesn't light up, and then she sees something she shouldn't have. What will the Eden Foundation do to her? The element of intrigue remains throughout the show. At every turn, there are new questions to be answered and new mysteries to unfold. Aldo's death is a shocker. Astrid doesn't really plan on letting these kids leave. Will they manage to escape? Even the final episode leaves us confused, with so many unanswered questions. Our guess? Season 2 is on its way, and now we all love a little romance. Nothing like some romance to spice up a thriller. All our favorite thrillers have some hints of romance, and Welcome to Eden is no exception. A few teenagers and some 20-somethings trapped on an island, there's bound to be some relationship drama. Of course, relationships aren't very important to the plot of the show, but who doesn't love some pining, sexual tension, budding romances? We know that the love triangle trope is overdone and boring. Still, Welcome to Eden manages to make it exciting to watch. The members of the triangle? Zoa, Nico, and Belle. Nico's the first community member Zoa meets. She nearly falls off a cliff while under the influence of Blue Eden, and he saves her. Of course they get together. As the horrors of the island reveal themselves, Zoa clings to her relationship with Nico. But guess what? Nico had been told by Astrid to seduce Zoa and make her stay on the island. You can't trust men, kids. In a turn of events, Zoa begins showing streaks of rebelliousness and draws the attention of Belle, the rebel on the island. As the two get close, Nico starts getting jealous, because even though he was only pretending to like her, he, you guessed it, started actually liking her. Now, we know that the romance in Welcome to Eden relies on tropes and cliches, but it's still addicting to watch. You'll come for what will happen to the 5 newcomers, but you'll stay for who will Zoa end up with. Next, let's go representation. In the woke era of 2022, we've all started seeing the flaws of our favorite shows. Why are all the characters on Friends straight and white? Why are the queer characters in most movies and TV shows just a tick mark on the diversity list? We know we need to do better when it comes to representation, and Welcome to Eden has done it right. We see a whole rainbow of representation on the show, since most of the important characters are queer. Finally, we get to see more than a token gay best friend. We have Zoa, the main character who is openly bisexual. We have her exploring her sexuality on the island with Nico and Belle, the hot, gay, badass rebel. If you want our vote, we're definitely Team Belle. There's also Meika, a blue-haired trans girl. Fans love this character and see her as one of the best trans characters ever portrayed on TV. She's confident and unapologetic, and her relationship with the adorably cocky Charlie is honestly heartwarming. Deaf actor Carlos Aurora plays Eloy, a gentle horse whisperer who is gay and has taught many inhabitants of the island sign language. It makes us so happy to see a queer and specially abled character portrayed on a hit TV show, and we can see the producer's dedication towards representation and diversity. Even if you don't find the story exciting, you'll get addicted to the show just to see an authentic portrayal of these characters' journeys. Good job, Welcome to Eden. And luckily, it's not too disturbing. There's a fine line between love and hate, and an even finer one between thriller and horror. Many thriller movies and shows are hard to watch because of very scary elements or extreme violence and gore. Many of us love the mystery and suspense of thrillers, but don't like horror. Who wants to get nightmares for days because of a TV show? Well, here's some good news for you. If you're not a fan of horror, go right ahead and watch Welcome to Eden because it's purely a thriller. No haunted houses or toddler ghosts or psycho killers in this show. It leans more towards the mystery side of the thriller, as the characters try to escape the island while unlocking the secrets of the Eden Foundation. There's no gore or extreme violence, so if that makes you queasy, don't worry, you're in for a treat. Finally, beware before you binge. If you're planning to watch Welcome to Eden, we have a few very important guidelines for you. Firstly, don't watch it if you're very busy, because you won't be able to stop. Before you know it, the one episode will turn into the whole season, so clear out a weekend, get a snack, and binge away. If you're single, the show will be a bit tough on you because of how steamy the romance is. Plus, everyone is drop-dead gorgeous. Keep some chocolate handy, you have been warned. Don't be put off by the premise of the show. We know it's about influencers and party animals, and we already get enough of that on Instagram, but trust us, you'll get hooked if you give it a chance. Finally, don't watch with your young ones. While there are no extremely graphic or violent scenes, there is some slight violence and, of course, some sexy times involved. So put the kids to bed before you watch this one. That's a wrap for this video. Did it make you want to watch Welcome to Eden? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.